looking back at everyone's rosters, like it kind of put things like painted a picture for me, and I learned a couple things about this. The first thing I actually learned looking back at this is Detroit still has their core and elite playmakers.
Yep.
You know, majority of my perfect roster, I think, was 1, 2, 3, okay,
5,
4. But I mean, from like a talent perspective, right?
Mhm.
Like overall, I still think that the Lions do have the best roster, and
it's just the depth that's the issue.
Yeah,
and the secondary.
And honestly, it's always comes down to it. Jared Goff. You're only going to go as far as Jared Goff takes you.
I agree.
Because you have the talent
on
both sides of the ball, and
I don't.
So
we need to stop getting injured though, please.
He's done. He's taken.
That's where I would change it.
Yes.
What?
See, that's where I would change it. If it like technically like if it was throw them out tomorrow for the Super Bowl, maybe I do take Jared Goff.
For the efficiency,
if it was,
but I still need
future.
I think he had what, 9 points, 10 points on that Super Bowl that it was just all.
Oh no, it was 13-3, but it was a defensive.
Oh, sorry, that's what it was.
Todd Gurley couldn't.
No,
do
I'm saying like
the
the score itself was like 10 points max or 13 points or something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm not saying which one got which. I'm just saying that game was so boring, and he didn't do anything in that game.
He couldn't. The Patriots played the perfect defense against Goff and frazzled him. That's it.
Because he gets frazzled.
Yes, that's the point.
At least he got there. I'd love to get there.
You got there a few times, buddy.
I'm gonna move on to the next thing I learned because I kind of learned something about every team. Sorry, Dill, but Justin Jefferson is just going to waste in Minnesota.
Yes, at this point.
And that's very unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
And, you know,
I
don't.
That's why he's making cereal brands now.
You got to set up the post-career.
You know, not that I love the Vikings, but if I had to pick a second NFC North team, it'd be the Vikings. And I just hope that guys do something with JJ because
trade
that level,
Bengals to join Jamar.
That level of talent is just it's you know.
It reminds me of the Lions and Megatron.
Yeah,
genuinely,
I was just thinking that as well. So,
except they have an elite defense. We didn't.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. I'll send an email right now.
You guys didn't have a good offensive line either.
No, we didn't. We had
send an AIM
and Robinson.
Then you had what's his name?
Dominican Sue, baby.
Kept on breaking everyone and trying to kill everyone.
Stephon Tulik, I miss you, Bubba. One of our favorite linebackers.
Dan Campbell did that?
What did Dan Campbell do?
What?
What?
Dan,
I don't know.
Dan Campbell was breaking everything and eating everybody?
Oh, yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
When he became a head coach, yes.
Yes.
He
still does.
Okay.
To be fair, wasn't Dan Campbell part of the 0-16 team?
That's why he knows Detroit, yeah.
He's been at his high points, at his low points. He's seen it all.
He's the perfect phoenix to rise from the ashes.
High roller coaster.
Huh? What did you just say?
He said he's been at his high points and his low points, and his high points is not a Super Bowl, so it's not a high roller coaster.
But for a Lions team that's underperformed, being a half away from a Super Bowl is a fucking high point.
He said ayahuasca first.
He is literally raising
He's one of our best coaches
to
ever,
crush
brother.
them down again.
Yes.
Okay.
You know?
From the Bears' perspective, I kind of know this portion, but like they have the building blocks, but they still need to prove the eliteness because, you know, compared to the Lions' offensive players or Justin Jefferson, the offensive players still need to prove that they can be elite. And then what was interesting on the Packers is, do they have any dominant offensive player? This is
Watson when healthy is
Matthew Golden.
Jaden Reed.
Come on.
Same
Golden
thing.
child.
In spurts, it's the injuries too. That's the same thing for both of them.
But Watson, like when you see the games when Watson's on the field, he forces defenses to completely adjust to his speed because he's 6'5", 6'4", and he has one of the fastest 40 times.
Yeah.
And he still has it even after injury. He came off of ACL and looked fantastic.
But part of it too is you talked about like your system that it's like you have so many wide receiver ones because LaFleur loves to spread the ball, but you don't really have or whatever. But you don't have like a dominant Justin Jefferson target him 15 times. Amon-Ra St. Brown target him 15 times.
I think that Watson, if he had the durability, could be a wide receiver one, but we've never seen the durability.
Exactly.
So
it was just an interesting thing because I like when I was building my roster.
I mean, Tucker Kraft is dominant.
It didn't come across to me for any Packers offense.
Tucker Kraft.
I think because the injury, people forget like that year before that run he went on as a tight end was incredible, and he started off the same way before the injury. That's why I think too. Like it's just like, will he be back to that?
And
look who won our division, the Bears, and how did they spread the ball out?
I don't get your question.
All over.
Well, Rome was hurt much of the season. Luther broke out.
But still, I mean, Caleb still spread the ball out all over the place. I'd rather have multiple targets that are average than one target that's...
Loveland had like 650 yards. Like, it's good for a tight end. But, like, and I'm not... That's still, like, he's an elite tight end, but we're making it seem like everyone got 1,000 yards for the Bears.
I think that's his point, though, that...
I mean, they won.
What I'm trying to put is
they
like
won our division.
Had similar numbers before he got injured. Like he was going in that trajectory, and then Christian Watson, when he came back, if he would have been there from week 1, he would have been over 1,000 yards easily. He was also the number 1 target of wide receiver.
Yeah. I mean, this is Loveland's rookie year.
Yeah,
he set a ton of records.
Yeah,
it's the same argument as like the Laporta thing.
Yeah,
for the Bears or for the league,
both.
Yeah.
No, I'm.
Yeah, both.
I don't know.
Like
playoff
for rookie, also rookie receptions by a tight end.
Receptions in the playoff game, yards in the playoff game by a tight
rookie
end.
Receptions in the league.
Was that too? I didn't know that one. I only knew the 2 playoff ones. So
as a whole, though, like the whole because receptions. That's
receptions by a tight end in a playoff game, and then yards by a tight end.
Because I was gonna say, I think Puka for receptions, but I know he's a wide receiver. But
no, but for a tight end.
Yeah, I get it. I guess. I've never narrowed it down by position.
It was the same thing where it's like Laporta, his rookie year, led the league with like 12 touchdowns or something crazy, whatever he did. Where like he didn't have a ton of yards, but he had the crazy breakout on touchdowns.
That was 4 years ago? 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
Okay. But yeah.
Oh. NFL record for most receiving yards by a rookie tight end, 193 yards. It was previously held by Sam Laporta, 176 yards.
There you go.
As a whole, though, he had a good year, but 713 yards is a fantastic year for a rookie.
Yeah.
For a rookie.
He was also injured at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, but it's still a rookie. Time. I think we could look at maybe 1,000.
I bet if he was there at week 1, he would have had 1,000 yards.
Yeah, that's what
if Laporta didn't get hurt, he'd have had 1,000 yards too. You know,
that's the point I'm trying to get. Is like all these players, they're always going to get injured. Tight ends are always going to get injured. That just happens, right? I think the kid's really talented, but you can't condemn one tight end and not like bring up the same thing when the stats are so similar.
I think the point I was just trying to make is that
I'm not going against your point. I'm going against his. All of his.
All of them. What was my
point? Every single point you've ever made, he's going against.
Screw you, pal.
So, what other points you got? No, it was just for me. What was interesting about that is because generally the Packers have always been known to be an offensive powerhouse, and so it was just like. I'm not saying that they don't have talent. It's just,
I mean, I think
from a positional eliteness,
sure.
That's where I was like
Jordy, Devontae. You always have that one.
Yeah, like a super elite athlete is what.
No, I'm with you. But at the same time, we've always got complacent with the quarterback, and then we let a lot of people go. Devontae being a good example.
Your eliteness is on the defensive side of the ball now.
Right now, yeah.
And but I think right now we are content with having wide receiver 2s.
Sure.
And that's an issue. I get it.
Not a good system for it.
Don't get me wrong. We could talk hypotheticals. I get that. We're not. We're talking about tomorrow. Who are we choosing? Which is why I didn't choose any wide receivers for my Packers.
You wanted to.
Of course I do. My heart always wants to.
I don't know. I think people would call us crazy. Go with JJ and
Yeah.
I mean,
that's like,
Almond-Ra. Oh, yeah, that would be.
that'd be insane.
Dale might have chosen
Isaac
Naylor.
Tesla, baby. Let's go.
Hi, Felton.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, this was fun. This was a good experiment. I hope that, people let us know which roster they think is quote unquote perfect. We'll
Jackie,
never know,
can
right?
you
It's all
actually send
hypothetical.
me that roster
Yeah.
so I can edit it into
Yes, I will do that to you right now.
Do you want to? I put it in a Super Bowl simulator. Do you want to hear who the winners are?
Ooh, okay, let's hear it.
Dill's team goes undefeated.
I play you in the first semifinal game. Micah Parsons against Dylan's weaker offensive line without Sewell is the difference.
Huh. Who would have thought?
Okay.
Okay, JC plays Eddie. JC simply has more impact positions.
Ooh.
That JC wins.
So we have two
Jackie plays
differences.
JC. And unfortunately, JC wins.
Why is there no
Unfortunately. Tucker Kraft goes for 900 yards.
30-27. Says Jordan Love makes fewer mistakes. Tucker Kraft gives JC another reliable target. Cooper makes 2 huge plays against the run. Sorry, I'm guessing it's like playing a game or whatever. Both teams are stacked, but JC has just enough quarterback. So JC, you are the victor.
Congrats, JC.
Congrats,
JC, Jackie, Eddie, me.
I disagree.
So I got
I
last.
hate AI,
No,
so-
I got last.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Thanks for that.
There's
Dill.
your, yeah, there you go.
See,
I
And
hate
on
They're-
that
they're-
disappointing
they're
note,
forgetting the clutch factor of Caleb
Right.
Williams.
They are.
Anyway. Alrighty. Thank you, though. That was cool. That was neat. Appreciate that.
they're forgetting the clutch factor of Matthew Stafford. It's a conversation we had a long time ago.
Very clutch.
No, we were defending how clutch Matthew Stafford was. This is such a long time ago. We
Yeah.
all got into an
The
argument
Rams.
about that.
Most comebacks in fourth quarter history, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a fact of the day?
What do you say?
Do you have a fact of the day?
Oh, I don't have a fun fact of the day. I was looking and nothing
What?
really felt like
You needed
fit the
2 of
theme.
them.
And nothing really fit
Gosh.
the theme of this episode or these
Yeah.
episodes. I could have done some NFC North history, but the fun fact of the day is that none of us will ever see this roster come to life.
True. Not
Yeah.
with salary caps.
So that's our
Oh,
fun
yeah.
fact of the day. We could keep
That's
dreaming,
that's a lot of money.
but
Right.
yeah.
On the-
It doesn't matter which combinations we have right here. It'll never happen.
We're currently the closest, I think, because we have like
Whatever.
5 players within the roster.
Even
but we
with your
could not get
Montez
anyone else.
Sweat and Christian
Yeah.
Darrisaw and Harrison Smith taking pay cuts, it's still not going to work.
Ben Johnson for pennies.
All right, I have a fun fact.
Okay, give it to us.
The NFC North is the only division where in the NFL where the alphabetical order of the team is exactly the same whether you list it by location or by team.
Interesting.
So it's alphabetical if you list it
Oh,
Chicago, Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota, or Bears, Lions, Packers, Vikings.
Oh, that's interesting,
That
actually.
is
Yeah, there you go.
interesting. Wow. Of course it is. All right, we got to wrap it up here because JC's going to lose his mind editing. So that'll do it. Thank you guys so much. We have our perfect NFC North rosters. We'll do this episode again and do all-time players because I actually think that would be insane. There's a lot of history in the
Orlovsky.
NFC North, and I would be curious to see how everybody. Gosh,
Wide
I'm
receivers, running backs,
There's a-
quarterbacks,
linebackers.
Yeah,
linebackers.
So anyway,
I don't
alrighty.
know. Hey, we could use
Chuck
his
Pagano.
quarterback, Brett Favre.
No, Dan Orlovsky, bro. Come on. 0-16.
Chuck
baby.
Strong.
Again, on that disappointment. See you.
All right, thank you guys so much. Deuces.
Bye, guys.